And I've disabled the waiting room, so whoever wants to come in will come in automatically. So I'm not disturbed in today's session. So yesterday we talked about past limiting beliefs and what is causing us all the self-doubt that we have. We've talked about the causes of our self-doubt. Can you all mute yourselves as you're coming in? So we talked about that self-doubt is within a scarcity mindset, right? And we talked about the causes of the causes that occur when you have self-doubt, and we talked about childhood upbringing, the fear of failure, fear of success, the new challenges in your life. So all those, it was about 4 things that we talked about. And then we did an exercise on to shift your limiting beliefs, your past limiting beliefs, because the past story that you're telling yourself, it doesn't serve you anymore. So we need to shift it. So we need to really look into it and think, does this serve me? And if it does, and I can turn it around into a gift or opportunity, another opportunity, then it's fine. But if it doesn't serve you, you need to let it go, right? And in order to let it go, we need to be present in the moment. And this is what we are going to talk about today, being present in the moment, in the now, right? Living our lives now, because the past has happened. We can't go back and undo it. We can't go back and we can't dwell on it. We can't be thinking about, oh, what if, right? And we shouldn't be worrying also about the future. So the now is how we need to be present and really listen for the messages that that can come to us, right? So let me just share my screen. But before I do that, actually, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. So if you don't want to be on video, that's fine. I'm going to close your eyes with you. And just feel your body sitting or where you're at the moment. Have your spine straight. And start feeling all the little nuances that happen in your body. And start calming down your mind, so that we can be present in this moment. Now I want you to inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do it again. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And I just want you to stay where you're at. If any thoughts come to mind, just let them be or let them go. And when you're comfortable, open your eyes. Shake. Okay. So let's start our session today about living in now. And let me share my screen. Okay, just hold on a minute. Oh. Let me change that. Oh. Hope you're feeling good. So, living in the now, it's like embracing your sage. So yesterday, and you're probably going to receive an email where we talked about the saboteurs yesterday. And we briefly, we all have saboteurs in our life. The master saboteur is our judge. You know, we judge ourselves, we judge others, we judge circumstances, situations in our lives. And then below the judge has their saboteurs, right? And what we're trying to achieve is we're trying to diminish all the saboteurs' lies and become more sage, more living more in the present, in the now, right? So the way to conquer the saboteurs, you need to exercise. It's 3 muscles that you need to exercise to be fit mentally. And the first one is the saboteur interceptor muscle. You know, it's the one that you're going to tell them, stop. You know, I've acknowledged you, I've identified you. Now you know, your lie doesn't serve me anymore. It doesn't feel true to me. So I'm going to stop you there, right? And then the second muscle is the self-command. And this is when you boost your ability to command your mind to quiet that saboteur, all those lies that are telling you, and amplify then your sage existence, right? And the sage muscle is the one that handles challenges with a clear, calm mind and where lodges all the positive emotions. The sage, it has, right? So the way we do this is we're going to feel the negative emotions and exaggerate all the lies that the saboteurs are telling us. And we're also going to, you know, just exaggerate the drama that they tell us as well, you know, to the point that it becomes a joke in our minds. And, you know, you're identifying the saboteur, but you're actually playing with it, right? You're going to intercept the saboteur by labeling it, letting go if needs be, and also doing like a very short 2-minute meditation or very short meditation. We did one yesterday, a grounding meditation, which you experienced. But any type of meditation, it can be just a moment. Meditation doesn't have to be hardcore. It's just a moment that you're spending with you, okay? Then you are going to be in a position that you're going to anticipate when you're being hijacked by the saboteur. You're going to feel it in your body that you're going to be hijacked by that saboteur. And that's afterwards, you need to reimagine the past responses and switch it, shift it to imagining what positive outcome you can take out of what the saboteur is telling you. Okay. So how to overcome the fear and self-doubt? First of all, if you're living in a now, you need to ground yourself and say to yourself, stop. You are not good for me anymore. Like, for example, the pleaser saboteur. How many times have you told yourself yes to so many people, and then you find yourself in a exhausted, tired, frustrated because, you know, you're not saying yes to yourself first. So you're going to say stop, intercept that thought, intercept that emotion, and stay present in the moment and focus on your positives. Another thing that we're going to do a little bit later on is to practice compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness. I'm going to share with you 6-phase meditation by Vishen Lakhiani from Mind Valley. And the 3 first phases of that meditation focuses on the present, right? Which is compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness. We need to also reflect on our past achievements and congratulate ourselves. How many times have you done? I've done this myself so many times that I'm stressing out because I think that I haven't really achieved a lot. But when I look back, I have achieved quite a lot. So is it identify and then stop that reaction and go back and think, yeah, actually, you know, I've got this and I've got that and I've achieved that. So there was something that happened there. Oh, okay. So yes, congratulate yourself from your past achievements. Very, very important. Have that always in mind. Can everybody mute themselves, please? Let me try and do that here. Thank you. So another thing that we have to do is know that you are unique, you are powerful, you have so many strengths. And one good thing about these saboteurs is that I found out is that they're not just negatives. The negatives is what surface first. The saboteurs have their own strength. You know, the hyperachiever, being a high achiever is quite a good thing. You know, even the pleaser, you know, you have to please other people as well, but start with pleasing yourself first, doing, you know, taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care, and then that will reflect onto others. So you'll find out that the saboteurs are not just mean saboteurs, they're there for a purpose. And they also have strengths within them, right? Another thing that you can do to battle self-doubt is to find an amazing support team, a tribe. Not just a team, it's just a community. You know, I've been connected with incredible communities, and I've learned so much together in connecting with them and knowing them. And that has actually helped me in so many ways Just for example, like recently, I've been with a positive intelligence community and in a pod, and we were talking, and there was just some words that the other person said to me that made a lot of difference in my perspective and where I was stuck at. So this is really, really important. And remember that you are your biggest inner critic. What do I mean by that? Well, the critic is the saboteur that is with you every day, right? And it's always there, it's always in your mind, right? And we always think the worst, especially like, for example, I'm a hyperachiever and I'm always like, this is not good enough. And I need to do more. I need to know more. I need to learn more, right? And all these thoughts, and I'm not really telling myself, because of that inner critic, I'm not really telling myself that actually you're amazing. You can only do what you can do, right? And when you live in the present moment and when you live in the now, this is when things start shifting. When you live in sage, that's when everything starts shifting, because you start seeing things, opportunities, and the messages that come to you, okay? And seek professional guidance, right? Self-doubt can put you in an anxiety state that can roller coaster. So seeking professional guidance, it's really important because, you know, if you don't have a coach, have a guide, maybe you belong to a church or some community that has a leader, that has a guide that can help you, right? Really, really important. I just want to remind you as well, you are not your thoughts. I talked about this yesterday, right? I talked about the importance of questioning every single thought that you have when you might be feeling a bit more fearful, when you might be feeling a bit like, oh my God, I'm doubting my decisions. You know, you don't know which way to go, right? And this was me when I started my own business. You know, where do I start? I had so many questions in my head that was tiring. It was painful, right? Where do I start? And who do I meet? And what's my packages? And what's my niche? And what's my audience? And all these questions in my head. And I just want to tell you that it evolves. Everything that you are going towards, your goals, your desires, your dreams, they evolve. And they might not be quite the same as you think they will be, right? So ask yourself, how accurate or helpful is this thought that I'm having? Because you've created bad habits. You've created bad habits from, you know, childhood upbringing, the fears of failure I talked about yesterday when I failed in 2008 in my first business, right? And I created doubts when I started my second business in 2015. I created doubts in my mind, you know, but I also learned from my mistakes, and I also were able to move forward. And really, don't expect anything. What will come. Because your dreams, your desires, and what you want evolves in such a way that sometimes is not going to be the same. So allow it to happen, because what it is, it is. And the importance of journaling, so that you can like put it on paper, on black and white, exactly what your thoughts are, what your feelings that you were feeling at that time, what emotions surfaced. And I think this one is the most important of all. You know, you need to take a break and get a boost of optimism. And for me, I dance, I draw, I paint. This is where I get my boost of confidence, of optimism. So now, just let me stop. I don't know if you have any questions or if you want to jump in. Like yesterday, I really want it to be really interactive. And if you have anything that you want to, I know that some people here came yesterday. So I tell you what, I'm going to put a poll up so that you can tell me your saboteurs. Can you see that? So what's your top saboteur? Keep it coming, keep it coming. If you haven't done the saboteur assessment, you will receive it by email and do it. And then you can just email me and tell me what's your top saboteur. Where's the poll? You can't see the poll on the screen? One person has already, Anya, can you see the poll on the screen?
No, I can't.
Oh, are you on a mobile?
Yes, it doesn't work on my iPad at all.
Okay, maybe this is just desktop.
Yeah.
That's okay. A shame, that's a shame. But what is your top saboteur?
The pleaser.
The pleaser.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm on the phone and
welcome,
I do
please.
See it. So
Are you on the phone as well? Who's spoken?
I'm on the phone and I can see it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Is it and okay? I'm on an iPhone.
Yeah,
me
too. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm on an iPhone too.
Okay, so where on the iPhone do you see it? What part of it?
It might have.
You know that you have to swipe to the third page.
Love it.
Third page. Okay.
Third page. So if you swipe to the third page,
we've got an avoider coming in.
Yeah, it came on the third page.
Okay, no, I only see people on the.
Okay, I don't know.
My top one is a stickler, as you know, I showed you yesterday. So I've got an avoider, I've got a pleaser, another one with Hanya. Oh, and you found it.
Yeah, I found it was under
cool.
more.
Cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. So let me stop. Randy, did you put yours? I can't see the names of who did it because it's anonymous. Oh, thanks, Randy. Okay. Let's end the poll. I can share the results. This is awesome. Lovely. Okay. So where was I? So we are going to talk about what I said to you. What I said to you, one of the things on how to overcome the fear that you might be experiencing and feeling right now and the self-doubt is to practice compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness. Okay. So I'm a 6-phase meditation trainer and certified life coach from EverCoach. And this is what I use is the 6-phase meditation. But I want to explain a little bit more about the phases. So today we're going to focus only on the 3 first stages of the 6-phase meditation by Vishen Lakhiani. Okay, and we are going to focus on the 3 first ones: compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness, because this is where they occur in the present moment, right? So we got compassion. And what is compassion, right? Compassion comes from the value of unity, which is found in the most advanced species. Unity is the idea that we are all one. There is no separation between the species. It's called, as per Vishen, the expansion of the we, right? And this helps you experience life in a whole new and different way. You can see everybody as part of you, okay? And, you know, I'm going to do the meditation, but I want you also to practice this meditation, and I'll share the link. I also have it public in my YouTube channel, but I'll share the link. And the more you do it, right? Like I said, meditation doesn't have to be hard, you know, doesn't have to be hardcore. It's just a habit that you need to form within yourself to help you stay present in the moment. And some people meditate in the morning, some people meditate in the evening. It doesn't really matter. What it matters is that you consistently do it. For example, I love meditating in the evening because I'm more relaxed, I'm more calm, the day has passed, right? Some people prefer to wake up early and have a routine, right? And this is a habit. It's just like, you know, washing your teeth, right? And you need to put a structure in place for creating those habits. So the second phase is about gratitude, you know, and I'm going to quote Lisa Nichols right now, because Lisa Nichols says, if your dream is the seed, action is the water to grow the seed. Sunlight is the consistency, gratitude is the fertilizer. Isn't that beautiful? It really is so beautiful. Gratitude increases your levels of happiness, you know, positively affects your biology, energizes you, gives you higher emotional intelligence, a more forgiving attitude, less depression, less anxiety, more feelings of being socially connected with others. Better sleep. I used it, I've done it in the evening, and I'm telling you, it's increased my sleep, my sleep. It really improved my sleep a lot. And also fewer headaches. Who doesn't want that, right? By just focusing on a few minutes of gratitude each day, you will get to experience all these benefits, right? In your personal life, home, habits, rituals, family, friends, right? In your work life, and focus on what you love about your work, right? And also self-love, your creativity, your body, your habits, your behaviors, and how compassionate you are. And the third phase is forgiveness. We need to let go what is not serving us anymore, and forgiving first yourself and others is the best way. It gives you a sense of peace and calmness. And I can tell you 100% that people that have done me wrong, and I forgiven them. I didn't literally go to them and say, oh, I'll forgive you. I forgive them in my own way. I actually do a full moon forgiveness ritual every month, it's amazing. And it gives me a sense of letting go of the hurts that are put upon me and just be able to not start thinking the worst of others and of myself. In a nutshell, forgiveness allows you to free yourself from all negative charges, manifest easier, heal faster, easily connect to your higher power, and decrease your levels of anger and hostility, and increase your feelings of love and compassion. When you practice forgiveness, your left and right brain go into what is called left and right brain synchronicity, which makes your alpha waves have a higher amplitude and are not going to let that act a negative impact on you. Forgiveness is not about dropping the charge. You can't change the past, but you can change the way you feel about it. And also, the other person does not have to forgive you and return. This is all done with you. Rules, and quoting Vision, rules of forgiveness: you can forgive anything and anyone. Forgiveness frees you. While it's not the same as pardoning, if you decide that you practice, you can forgive bigger things. You always start with one little thing, and then you start with others, right? So there's a method to do the forgiveness. So it's the first thing is to identify the person or act you want to forgive. Then you create the space for forgiveness. You read the charges, tell the person how the actions made you feel. You allow yourself to feel the anger and pain for no more than 2 minutes. And you think of what you learned in the event. Then you're going to think on how the other person may have been hurt in the past. I've forgiven my father this way, right? By really imagining what he went through, you know, and what he went through, and I can share with you, is he was in a military college from the age of 8 years old. So, you know, for those that know the story of my father being a military person, all his life, that's all he knew. And then when I actually look at his past circumstances and situation events, then something clicked. I was like, oh my God, he's not doing this to hurt me. He's doing this because he doesn't know better. He doesn't know another way. And he's doing this because he loves me. He wants the best for me. He wants to protect me, right? And that was so powerful. I feel that was so powerful when I did this, because I managed to let go of what was holding me back for so many years, so many years. My father would say, you know, do this, do that, and I would jump and do it, right? So you really need to see the situation from their eyes, from their perspective. It's like an outer body experience, really. You know, you have to come out of your body to actually feel how they feel, you know, and understand that the hurt that they put upon you, it's not their fault. You know, it's just what they experience in life. And then the last thing that you need to do within forgiveness is like forgive into love. So now I just want to, I'm going to put an audio. It's 7 minutes. It's my full 6-phase meditation, which you can get it on YouTube, and I'll share the link in just a minute. But I'm just going to run phase 1, 2, and 3, because tomorrow we are going to look into your bright future, right? We're going to do Vishen Lakhiani's 3 most important questions, looking at experiences, growth, and contribution. And I'll explain all that tomorrow. And then tomorrow we'll have the other 3 phases, which is envisioning your future, your perfect day, and the blessing. Okay, so I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to share the meditation. If you find a comfortable place to be, that you're not disturbed. If you're driving, do not close your eyes. Just listen, right? And then I want you to do this going forwards, not just for 1 day or 2, but put it in your calendar to do this meditation. I would recommend it for 90 days, the most, right? So let me share my screen again. Is everybody muted? Yes. The 6-phase meditation by Vishen Lakhiani, read by Sofia. We will begin with phase 1, compassion. I want you to bring to mind someone whom you truly love. This may be a family member, a friend, a lover, or even a pet. See this soul in front of you, and as you do, feel the love they fill you with. Feel that love in your heart. Now, give this love a color. Perhaps a light green, pink, white, or blue. Now, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine this light of love expanding from your heart area to fill your entire body. Take another deep breath, and as you do, feel the light of this love move out to fill the room that you're currently in. And as this light expands to fill the room, imagine this feeling of love emanating from you to all life in the room, to every person, to every pet, even every plant. Now take a deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine this light of love filling the entire building, touching everything that represents life within the building. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine this love emanating further now to cover the entire city you're in. You may feel into a sense of the city, or see the city as if you were looking at it on a map. See the city covered in the light of this love and compassion, Now take a deep breath, and as you exhale, feel this light of love, feel the entire country that you're in. As you did for your city, you may see the country as if you were looking at it on a map, or you could even bring to mind your nation's flag. Imagine your love and compassion emanating from your heart to every human being, animal, and plant within this country.
Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, allow your love and compassion to expand so much that it covers the entire planet. See the entire globe in front of you with all its countries, people, animals, and plants covered with the light of your love. You may even repeat a blessing mantra for every living creature on earth, such as, may you be well, may you be free of suffering, may you be at peace. You have now completed phase 1. We now move on to phase 2, gratitude. I want you to bring to mind 3 things that you're grateful for in your personal life. They could have happened in the past, day, week, month, year, or even years ago. As you reflect on that which you're grateful for, focus on the emotions they bring out in you. Feel the joy, the love, the lightness, and the appreciation that you felt the moment you received these gifts or lived these experiences. Now think about your work life. Think about 3 things that you can be grateful for in your career that perhaps happened within the last 24 hours or 7 days. Whether you're appreciating a kind word from a co-worker, a project going well, or the income you made, feel all the positive emotions and give thanks. And now we move on to the 3rd level of gratitude, a gratitude for yourself. Think about 3 aspects of your being. It could be related to your body, your mind, aspects of your personality, anything you're grateful for yourself. Give thanks and gratitude for these aspects of yourself, feeling the joy and the positive emotions as you bring to mind each unique aspect of you. We now come to phase 3. Forgiveness. Think of some incident or some occasion that caused a negative charge to build within you. It could be something small or something big, but if you're just starting out, start with something minor. See that person that you need to forgive standing in front of you in a safe space in your mind. It could be a beach, a forest, or a garden, wherever you feel safe. Look at them and express how you feel. Tell them exactly what they did to harm or betray you, as if you were reading the charge out in court. For a few moments, allow yourself to feel the pain. Now stop focusing on the pain and draw your attention to the person who wronged you again. Try to see it from their eyes, as difficult as this may initially seem. Think about how they may perceive the situation. You can go further and think about what they could have experienced in their life that caused them to behave in this way. Remember, hurt people hurt people. After you've seen the situation from their eyes, reflect on what you may have learned from this incident. How did it help you grow? Did this incident help you become stronger or wiser? And now, as you see this person in front of you, choose to forgive them. If you can, imagine giving them a hug as a symbol of your forgiveness. You may repeat the process with the same incident and the same person every day as you do the 6-phase meditation, depending on the gravity of the incident. When you feel like you can hug the person with no negative charge, you can move on to another person. We now come
You're back with me? So how did that feel? Let me know your thoughts, your feedback. Some people entered the room a bit later on. I'm going to put the link of the meditation down below in the chat. And relaxing but difficult at the end. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about it. The forgiveness part. I've actually forgiven that person. I thought I had forgiven that person. Thinking about it again, and then once you asked to give a hug, that was very difficult. And I think it shows that I still have some feelings hanging there, because hugging them was not a very nice thing.
Yeah, because there's still some, do you feel that there's still some resistance there?
Yeah, I think so. I think because they never apologized for what they did. And what they did was quite heavy, you know. It kind of like ruined my life and my kids' life by entering in our life. It was very painful, but I mean, I don't have that much resentment toward them. I'm very happy this actually happened, because it brought back so much, and I've grown so much because of it. But giving them a hug was just, I could not see the reason why I should.
And I can feel the shift in your energy when you started saying that you could see the gift, you could see the opportunity there. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. What I would suggest is you do it more and more and more. I actually have just one full 17 minutes of forgiveness, letting go and forgiveness meditation that I can put on the chat as well, actually. That will help a lot.
Oh, thank you very much. That would be really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, well, I'm going to put on the chat, and you know how to save the chat. Let me just grab the link. Normally, my hyperachiever is more organized, but I'm letting go. So, wait a minute, let me get the 6th phase first. So tomorrow, like I said, we're going to do the other 3 phases, which focuses on your bright future, right? So we'll do it before we do the exercise. This is the link for the meditation. Does anybody want to share what's come up in the first 3 phases? Just put your hand up. Okay. And I'm just going to grab the other one as well, actually. Or how do you say your name? Ilham?
I was just saving that. Elham.
Ilham.
It's Elham.
Where are you calling from? Sorry, I can't. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Netherlands.
Netherlands. That's why I can't say. Some beautiful
names. I'm originally from Iran, so it's an Iranian name.
Oh,
it means inspiration. So
let me see if I can find the other. Yep, I've got it here. This is all inside the members area that I've shared on the link that I've shared. So let me just put that one in there. That last one is the letting go and forgiveness meditation. That's a little bit longer, but I'll suggest it. And I've given it to some of my clients when they're not finding that, you know, they can't really cut that cord. There's still something there, you know, and from what you said just now, it feels like maybe you need to go a little bit deeper. But also I felt an incredible shift in your energy when you said, you know, you're not resentful. And this is exactly it. I've done the same thing with my dad, because I love my dad so much, you know, that couldn't linger anymore, right? And when I actually saw that it's not his fault, he was just in this system, in this nucleus, in this circle, that that was all he knew, you know, and being a military person as well, very disciplined, very protective. I didn't have the freedom that I wanted to have when I was a teenager growing up. And like I said yesterday, this is some causes of self-doubt later on because they come from your childhood, you know, and your childhood is just, is your childhood, it can't do nothing about it, right? In the sage perspective, you are going to adore your inner child and you're going to do exercises towards that. So if this is something that you want to explore more into, how am I going to turn sage, or how am I going to be fit mentally and get rid or diminish some of my saboteurs, please send me an email, right? You're on my email list. Send me an email. Let me know if you want to explore that further, because there are places that you can go, right? And I've done it. I've done a 6 weeks program, grow program with Positive Intelligence, where I saw so many shifts, so many breakthroughs came out, right? I had, my creativity was, you know, I always loved painting since little, loved painting, drawing, right? And it was stopped, it was hidden, it was just forgotten. So when I start doing the exercises and getting myself mentally fit, my creativity really come out, and to the extent that now I've got 2 or 3 paintings, and I've explored oil painting and I've explored other mediums that I could never, if I didn't have the confidence to do so, right? And this is it, you know, when we lack confidence, we start doubting ourselves. So what I want to do with you now, it's our last exercise for today. So this is going to be a shorter session than yesterday. The last exercise I want to do with all of you is boost your confidence exercise. So if you don't have your journals, go and grab your journals. We'll stop the recording for a minute or 2, right? Give you a little break to breathe and really take it all in, because it's really important for you to understand, for you to be confident with yourself in order to battle these saboteurs and this self-doubt and all the stress that comes from it, right? So I'm going to stop for 2 minutes, put the timer. Who's got their diaries? Diaries. Hi, Nancy. Just observing, no problem. It's actually quite a good action to do, being an observer. Yes. So I'm going to share my screen again. And okay. Actually, I've got it open here. Okay, so I want you to open your diaries, right? And just, let's do this, and I'll give you time to write it down. So think about a specific situation in your life where you want to feel more confident, more resourceful, or more creative. Maybe you have to give a conference, maybe you have an enrollment conversation with a new client that you really want to work with. Or maybe you just want to do more painting like I did, right? So write it down, that specific situation that you want to feel more confident. I'm going to give you a minute and you can share it. If you want to write it down in the chat, you can share it because you can save your chat. 1 minute. Okay. Now I've just put mine there. I want to be more confident because I want to do some public speaking. And every time I say public speaking, I was like, oh God, can I do this? So even though like some people think that I'm very, very confident, and I'm an extrovert, and that doesn't mean nothing, right? There are always stages in your life that your confidence is going to get knocked down, right? Either by yourself or others, what others told you, or events that happened, right, that knock your confidence down. So Nancy, thank you for sharing. Nancy wants reaching out to leads, cold calling. Oh God, cold calling, but all the work required as an entrepreneur building a business. Yes, you don't have to do cold calling, but reaching out to people. I wouldn't even call it leads. Just try and like rephrase some of the things that you said in that sentence. They're people, and people what they want, right? Connecting with people. Yes, yes. What they want from me, right? How can I help them, right? Why I'm the best person to give them what they need. Anybody else? Okay. So second, let's relieve a confident moment in your life. Think about a specific moment in time that you felt really, really confident, where everything went according to plan, where you felt in flow, where everything seemed to develop easily, right? Do you remember that time? Relive the moment in all your body. Remember the smell, the sounds, what you felt in your body. Notice what you are feeling and how good it feels reliving that moment. Okay. So the moment for me was when I left Portugal. I was 28 years old, and I just packed my bags, one bag actually, in a rucksack, and I went to the UK, right? That moment for me was amazing. I relive that moment every time I have a setback, a challenge, anything, right? Because that moment was the moment that I felt totally free. Free. No more shackles, no more prison, no more hours to get inside the house. You know, I own my life. I could do whatever I wanted with whoever I wanted and whenever I wanted, right? That was so empowering that I always, always remember that moment. So anybody wants to share? Sherman also wrote, can I share? I want to be more confident when I speak to others, whether it will be on a job interview or social conversations. Right. Yes. On how you communicate and how you connect. There's a lot of connectedness, you know, that word is really important to me. So anybody want to share their confident moments that you look back to? So just let me know. Any hands up? No hands up. Okay. So let's move on. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. So let's do this confidently. Right. Oh, there's a message. Wait a minute. Volunteering in Haiti after the earthquake. I was in. You didn't write the. Oh, you're in it. You're in the on it. You're on it when it happened. Everything flowed. I wish I could read your mind, because this is intriguing. This is really interesting. I was in my... Oh, you went there after to help doctors. That's amazing. That's the ultimate compassionate feeling. Yes. Wow. You're a nurse, or you're a doctor yourself, or you're a healthcare provider? I spoke the language.
Can I speak? The typing was slow. Can I?
Yeah, go on it.
Okay, so like, yeah, my uncle was a doctor, and at the time I worked in a hospital doing fundraising, and so he needed volunteers to go with, and so there were other doctors who went out to help as well, but they didn't speak the language, and so my job was to partner with doctors who were helping, and so I was like a translator for those in need as they were being seen by doctors, and so I don't know, I just felt like I was doing a good thing, and that like I was on and being efficient, and like was able, I don't know, I kind of stepped into leadership in a way that, I don't know, I felt warm and fuzzy and was like, yeah, this just feels good. So like, yeah. So in that case, yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That really is amazing.
It was an amazing experience. It was.
It feels like you're a very caring person.
Thank you. I believe I am.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and doing good for others, it definitely makes us feel good, right? And this is why the saboteur, the pleaser, comes in. And if you are a pleaser because you're doing good for others, right? You just need to shift a little bit, because you need to do good for yourself as well, right? But it gives you such a buzz, right? I love it. Sound like a music experience. Oh, rewarding. Exactly. And tomorrow is going to be all about that. Rewards. Tomorrow is going to be all about that. So let me share my screen again. You just continue with the chats. There. So now let's go to the circle of confidence, right? So you close your eyes and draw an imaginary a circle in your imagination on the ground around you. Make it really big, about 3 feet, 4 meters in diameter. As you feel the confidence building, step into the circle. Give the circle a color, a sound, a smell, a texture, and a taste. Be mindful of how you feel in that moment. Are you relaxed, excited, happy? How's your posture and breathing? Notice the position of your feet and hands, and also the tilt of your head. When the feeling of confidence is at its fullest, step out of the circle, leaving those positive, confident feelings, colors, and sounds inside the circle. You can repeat this as many times as you want to. The circle, know that the circle is limitless, and you can keep adding more confidence and power resources to the circle over time. And it's your circle. You can do whatever you want. So now we're going into your ideal outcome. Take the situation that you thought about in point 1, the first one that we talked about, and describe how you want the scene to unfold with your ideal outcome in mind. So you want, like, let's have a look at the chat. So you want, so for me, for example, I want to be more confident with public speaking, right? So I'm going to describe it as I want to see it. I totally 100% believe in the power of visualization. And this is how I visualized the Ditch Your Doubts retreat, and how I visualized so many other moments in my life. This is powerful. So the more descriptive that you can be, the better. It doesn't have to feel true right now, but it's true, right? Now, I want you to step back into the circle of confidence. Feel the confidence there for you again. The color, the sounds, the confident breathing and posture. Imagine the scene unfolding exactly the way you want it to. With all the confident feelings and resources fully available to you. Remember, it's limitless. So there's no limits, meaning it can be whatever you want to be. So I'm going to give you a minute to write it down. And I'm doing the same. So for me, I can hear my audience clapping and re-energized with my talk. I can actually see myself in the circle in a TED Talk in UK. Don't know if there's any TED Talks in Portugal, but you know, I'm going to find out. And I feel incredible. I feel amazing. I feel fulfilled. I feel accomplished. I feel like I'm, you know, motivating and inspiring other people, right? And this is my ultimate goal. So let me see the chat and see who. Does anybody want to share? Please, let's share. Okay, who's with me? You can do this exercise at home. I have grown into a team. Clients call me and text me. Yes, Nancy, you know what? Your phone does not stop. Your phone is ringing so hard, it's hot. It's smoky hot. Right? That is the power of visualization. That's what I said, just be really, really descriptive. When I'm visualizing, I visualize my brand new house that I built we came here in 2020, and I visualized it years before. I actually manifested this when I was 12 years old with my cousin. We drew a house, right? Like architectural plan of a house that I wanted to build and live in. And now I'm in it, right? And I don't say this to brag. I'm saying this to, you know, encourage you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You know, I was 12, I'm 54. How long ago was that? You know, I was mortgage free at 53, right? So I visualize that too. It's incredible. It's amazing the power of what you can do. You can do it, nobody else. But when we stuck in self-doubt and lack of confidence, we can't do nothing, because all we see is stress and anxiety and frustration and, oh my God, I'm never going to get out of this rut, right? So now I want you to step out of the circle again, leaving those confident feelings there in the circle, and take a moment to think again of that upcoming event or situation. You'll find that you'll automatically recall those confident feelings. This means that you've already reprogrammed yourself for that upcoming situation, and you're already feeling better resourced for it, because you already imagine what it could be, right? What it could be. And I felt it in all my being. And just one more thing, it takes time. It takes resilience and persistence and discipline to get you in a more confident state of being, right? It takes time. So don't be hard on yourself. And persist, because your goals, your desires, your dreams, they're all there for you to get them. I truly believe this. They're all there for you to get them. Now it's up to you to go and get them. So it really, this small exercise today really actually energized me, because now I'm thinking, wow, it can be possible, you know? so many people that talk in public. Why not me? Right? So I'm excited. I don't know if you're the same. So I don't know if you want to jump in and share your thoughts, share your ideas. We're done for today. And I can stop the recording if you want to go, if you want to come up privately, that's not a problem.